Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout. We're going to begin today with 2 minutes of Tabata jump rope. So we're going to have your jump rope, and this is intended to be progressive warm up. So 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 4 total cycles or 2 minutes. You don't need to bomb on the double unders right out of the gate, but if you're working up towards them for like the last 2 or 3 rounds, that will be fine. But start off nice and easy on the jump ropes just to warm up our calf, ankle, Achilles, all those lower extremities. When we get through those 2 minutes, we're gonna do this little sequence of warm-ups. Sumo inchworm. So sumo is a wide stance, about as wide as you can get. You don't have to be trying to do the splits, but like wider than you would ever normally stand for something normal, and then go into the inchworm. If you want to throw in a push-up at the bottom, that's great. And then walk yourself all the way back. Try to keep your hands on the ground until they're in line with your feet, and then stand all the way tall in between each rep. Next, we're gonna do 10 reps of a drinking bird, or 5 on each side. This is a single leg hip hinge, focusing on that front leg. Try to keep your knees bent on this just the same way that you do in a deadlift. Like, we didn't lock our knees out like that and do a deadlift. At the most, we would do like a Romanian deadlift. That's kind of what it should feel like on that front leg when you're stretching in the drinking bird. A bench for a single foot glute bridge with the foot elevated, with the heel elevated. So I'm pulling myself in until I'm at about 90-degree angle, and then pushing one foot to the sky and driving with the other leg, squeezing that glute on the leg that's driving, and then coming back down to the ground, squeeze. I'm trying to get a straight line from the shoulder all the way down to the knee at the top of that. So you should feel a little bit, or mostly in the glute and a little bit in the hamstring when you do that. Last scorpion stretch. So just on your tummy with your arms out straight, reaching that foot for the opposite hand, like that, right? Get through that sequence 2 or 3 times, or about 15 minutes total, and then we're gonna go into our strength work. Okay, so we have a deadlift with some superset activities on it, and we're gonna use, this is, it's called in the industry French contrast training or post-activation potentiation, but essentially what we're working on is a heavier loaded, slower movement, and then a similar movement pattern, but with more explosiveness and quickness, right? And the purpose is to enhance our nervous system's recruitment of all the muscle that's available to talk to, right? In that, like, if we're lifting sub-maximally regularly, then we don't normally talk to all the muscles that are in there because your nervous system knows and it's efficient, right? But that means when you do go for that maximal attempt, it feels kind of weird or out of place because you're not used to the nervous system recruiting all those muscle fibers. So if we can train it to do that on a sub-maximal level, then when we go to max out, it will feel more natural and it will help you with your strength development, okay? So halting deadlift is the movement of the day, and we're just gonna stop at the mid-knee position for 3 seconds on the way down every rep, and we're doing 4 sets of 8, okay? So it's a normal deadlift on the way up, and on the way down, get to the middle of my kneecap, and I'm just gonna freeze for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and then down to the ground, all the way up. Middle of the kneecap, freeze for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. In that mid-knee position, try to have your shins vertical, shoulders slightly forward of the hands, and weight is right in the middle of your foot, okay? After each set, you're gonna do a band Palloff, band Palloff squat, right? So I'm gonna get into my Palloff position, press out into that tension, and then I'm doing squats, 5 reps of them, right? And trying to resist the rotation of that band throughout the entire range of motion of the squat. And then I'm doing my explosive movement, which is our band assisted jump. So it's gonna enable you to push faster away from the ground than you can with a normal jump. I've got my arms all the way up through this thing, get lots of tension on the band, jump, jump, jump. Okay, so we're hitting that for 5 reps. All right, that's it for our strength stuff for the day. And then we're gonna go into a slam ball double under couplet today. 75 reps, then 50 reps, then 25 reps of each exercise, starting with the slam ball. Okay, so normal weights, ground to overhead, slam and catch on the bounce. Okay, make sure at the top, we're not just right here, but we're all the way here where our elbows are straight, and then try to slam it right between your feet and not like way out front of you, right? And also I'm trying not to release the ball until I'm at that mid shin position so I can catch it on the bounce. All right, and then our alternate, the couplet movement is double unders or 2-for-1 singles, right? That is it for today. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.